I tried my best back there, but it's just something about the atmosphere that makes it so difficult to pursue.
And he's right there to, yeah, we're just going to back up real slowly here.
Like I said, the situation that we're stuck in was part of a rapid change. We went from a controlled experiment to a harrowing escape from death in the matter of 30 seconds.
Don, what are you doing?
You were right, Obama. This is different.
You barely left the room.
Well, now I am. The world's best security guard is on the scene to put these monsters behind bars.
I don't think that's our job here.
Yeah, we're just trying to escape this place. I thought you knew that.
Same thing, really, as long as I don't have to deal with them in the long run.
Don't die right away. Remember, you have to stare at SCP-173 and can't lose track of him.
I read the paper too, Obama. I know what we have to do. I'm a president, not a toddler.
It's a toss-up on some days, if I'm being honest.
You're just projecting because you wear adult diapers.
Hey, I told you that in confidence, and I don't wear them anymore.
Wait, you wore them in the first place?
Are you really surprised that he did?
Not particularly, just caught me off guard.
Exactly. It's like accidentally eating gluten-free foods or something. What the?
There's no way you already died.
I just said not to die right away.
How was I supposed to avoid that? He was hiding behind the door.
In other words, you just suck.
Before you two catfight, let me take my turn.
Joe, can I ask a serious question here?
These normally don't end up being so serious, but go ahead.
Why do you fall so much?
Don, come on now, get a new joke.
Listen, I'm not making fun of him or anything. This is an actual serious question. He's fallen upstairs, off a bike, even on a flat platform with a sandbag. Do you just get dizzy, or does your body just get so weak that you physically can't stop it?
You could have picked a better time to ask this, but I think of it as my muscles just randomly fall asleep.
In a blink of an eye, just like that?
You know how when you sit on your leg awkwardly, it'll just grow numb?
Like when it falls asleep?
Exactly, but imagine it just suddenly happening out of nowhere, and you don't have the capable strength to keep yourself up.
So you're not really a standing president, you're a falling president.
That might be your funniest joke yet, and it still didn't make me laugh.
Well, I'm sorry, but the fact that FDR could stand up better than this man is outright ridiculous. How are you failing more than someone who had polio?
Because I can't stand being around you.
Joe, I'm really trying to defend you here. Please don't make it worse.
And he's in there, so I think we're just going to stay out of that room.
Well, next time you go up to one of your speeches, I'll make sure you have a nice trip then.
How are both of your guys' jokes getting more and more terrible?
I wonder if this is what clinically insane people think their hospital looks like. Why is nobody saying anything?
I can't believe you compared me to FDR.
Are you still on that? It's been like 5 minutes. Get over it.
I was just contemplating life, wondering why I'm choosing this place to be of all places.
I'm also trying to focus here too. Again, I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to this game.
You've clearly talked during games before that this should be no different. I think you're just being too sensitive.
You also cross the line way too many times, Don, and that's why some people don't like talking to you that often. You're not considerate of other people.
What does Ben Shapiro say? Facts don't care about your feelings, and that's a motto I try to live by.
Ben Shapiro also pleases his wife as well as a blind man who plays darts. Is that another alma mater you embrace?
You have no room to talk, Sleepy Joe.
Nor do you.
Okay, if anybody has no room to talk, it's you, Obama. You gave her 8 years as the First Lady and 2 kind of decent-looking kids, and she still looks perpetually pissed.
Only around you, Don. She's a very pleasant woman to be around.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Is she really?
Yes, she is. Both of you need to stop.
Obama, blink twice if you're in danger.
One thing I remember from originally playing this game is that it can be a running simulator sometimes.
What does that mean?
This game has a very vastly large map, and thus will be taking a large ordeal of time to properly explore.
Well, with Joe, that'll take however long he has left on this planet. Obama, pass me the chips.
A please would be nice, but here you go.
Despite how big it is, we still want to sweep through the entirety of the map. There are multiple tools that will enable us to escape.
How long will that take, though?
Even though it will take long, this process will allow us to look at... Why are you chewing so damn loud?
I thought you already knew about Donald's bedside manners.
What, is there a problem or something?
You sound like a cow eating grass.
I think you can play its appearance, too.
Listen, eating with my mouth closed hurts my gums, and I'm not having any blistered dentures take up cap space for my teeth. My pearly whites will not be compared to Joe's horse-made fake teeth.
I think that's more of an insult towards Boris Johnson than it is me.
It's probably more of an insult for the entire UK than it is for you.
The hell is that noise?
What the? Whoa!
What in the octopus hell is that?
Whatever it is, I'm getting away from it.
You don't even know what it is?
No, I told you that I'm just as blind as you guys going into this.
He also said that a lot, Donald. Do you listen at all?
Not to liberals.
It's kind of upsetting how we haven't really had any progress at all.
Well, you know what upsets me?
Everything and everyone that doesn't hail down to Donald Trump.
Well, but why do people look at me so vastly different than Obama?
Class, accomplishments, and trustworthiness are all big reasons, but there's many others that we can run through really quickly.
You mean lies, lies, and more lies?
If that isn't the sound, did a damn bomb go off or something?
No clue. But listen, it's not like we're in leagues of our own. Everybody gets on my back for the government shutdown, but you had one as well, Obama. Does anybody ever mention that? No, it's like you had to go looking for that information on some foreign website or something.
During my term, the government shut down because members of the House wanted to add provisions onto another bill.
Joe, what are you doing?
Backing away from whatever this is.
That would delay the Affordable Care Act.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, we're dead. Obama's ranting about stupidity, and we're about to die.
It was a moral disagreement that the Senate and I weren't going to easily back away from. Your government shutdown is just associated with a damn wall.
We had an entire drug trip, and you somehow still found a way to complain.
You quite literally asked for it.
Yeah, and thanks to Congress for just planting their boot in my mouth, all the materials for that wall went to hell in a handbasket. Now we just have a train of drugs and terrorism coming from the other side of the border.
For the record, I just wanted to say that I haven't had a government shutdown yet.
Keyword, yet.
That's some pretty low-hanging fruit, Joe.
Well, since there's nowhere else to go, we'll take this elevator.
I do not have a good feeling about this.
It's impressive that you can even think about feeling good in this place. You're right, Don. I also do not have a good feeling about this.
Well, this is certainly something.
It's like I'm playing Doom. What?
I don't know, and I don't care. We're just getting out of here.
Were my eyes playing tricks on me? Was that a giant lizard?
It looked like a failed dinosaur abortion.
Call it whatever name in the book, but I think it's best that we stay away from that area.
Joe, if I'm being honest, we've pretty much explored everywhere else.
You know what? You're right. We have to go back.
Wait, I zoned out there for a second. Why are we back here?
We have no other options, really. We've pretty much explored all the avenues we can besides this one.
The well is run pretty dry, but you know what they say. High risk, high reward.
Yeah, chant that little chant of yours as we're being devoured and consumed by a Komodo dragon.
Yeah, I think you're already very well aware of this, Joe. But be very careful around these corners. You never know what could be lurking in the dark.
I'm very hesitant on approaching everything. And that's the reason why.
Yeah, just get out of Dodge on that one. Are you serious?
Wait, why did I just hear a person talk?
Oh, I remember these things.
You do?
Yeah, these guys can perfectly imitate the voices of their past victims to lure in new ones.
That's nice.
That is creepy, man.
Yeah, I'm not liking this. Uh-oh, did they spot us?
Honestly, don't know, but we might be out of luck no matter what.
It looks like they're patrolling the entire function. Don't you have some leftover officer corpses to feast on or something?
Why are there so many of them in the first place?
Might have just been how they contain them. I think one's right on the other side.
Yeah, I can see those slimy lizard legs.
He's in no rush, is he?
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh, he's disgusting looking.
I can't tell if they look like Mitch McConnell or Nancy Pelosi.
Or their secret love child.
And we're just going to slowly slip away.
Nice. There you go, Joe. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I don't know how much we can advance in that area. Plus, there might be something we missed.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm not a big fan of those cracks on the floor.
Can't wait for Godzilla to just break through the floor and devour us whole.
What's that sound?
We're just going to close that and pretend that didn't happen.
What in tarnation was that?
Not Godzilla, I know that.
What?
He's chasing us?
He just walked through the door. This is not good.
Run, Joe!
That's what I'm doing.
What is that, Joe?
I don't know. I've never seen that.
Yep, someone call the funeral home. We're goners.
Shut up, Don. Let Joe figure this out.
There's not much to figure out here. If he can walk through doors, we might be screwed.
Can you get back to the elevator?
That's what I'm trying to find.
Uh-oh, dead end.
Quick, do something.
Get out of the way! Something tells me he didn't get out of the way.
Well, that didn't go as planned.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. We always needed a laugh or two as our spine is in our jaw.
Well, needless to say that I'll be doing some research over the weekend to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Is there anything online?
Yeah, there's a whole website about this, but I think it's separate from the game.
Your family doesn't have a good reputation with computers. Like father, like son. Your silence doesn't prove me wrong.
Shut up already. We have to get past night 4, gentlemen.
Barack is right. We've simply spent too much time on it as it is.
When night 4 is as rigged as the Super Bowl, how do you expect us to beat it?
It's not rigged, Donald. We just suck.
I'm surprised you didn't mention the election there.
The best security guard does not suck. And to prove my point, I'll beat this night, first try.
Don't you get sick of being wrong?
Just grab your popcorn, Joe.
If it isn't my favorite crap shack, reunited at last.
Good luck and don't rage too hard.
Ugh.
What was that, Joe?
Nothing. I just got a kernel stuck near my tooth.
You mean dentures?
Same thing.
It's really not.
I didn't think you were actually getting popcorn.
It's not every day. I can see Donald flail around aimlessly like an obese fish, but when it is that day, it's a good day.
I'll drink to that.
I hope you choke on one of those Wait, you're telling me you have the throat power to even eat solid foods?
Donald, you saw me eat chips not 2 days ago. Do you think the only thing I can eat is soft peas in a can or something?
Well, it wasn't my first thought, but now that you mention it.
I've been meaning to ask you guys, do you think our wives do stuff like this?
I can see that with Michelle and Jill, but I highly doubt Melania would get along together.
Yeah, I actually think my wife hates yours, Obama. No offense.
Has she ever even interacted with Michelle?
Oh, yeah. They had an interview together for the press. And Melania told me she was a horribly annoying and displeasing woman.
Ironic coming from Melania, but are you sure this happened?
I'm 1,000% positive. Look it up on YouTube, Joe.
Give it a second. It's playing an ad.
Great, like we all wanted that.
It does have a catchy tune.
It's still playing?
Joe, that's not even an ad. You just looked up the Burger King commercial.
Oh, my bad. I misclicked.
So are you going to pull up the clip or not?
Well, hold on a minute. I'm invested now. This commercial looks kind of interesting.
You think they're going to switch up mid-commercial and advertise crack or something?
Depends if this was made in New Mexico.
Are you serious? I clicked off.
The game disagrees, Don.
This rigged game can disagree with my left nut. That's what I think of it.
We have been struggling way more than previous games. I always thought FNAF 2 was the hardest one.
It would be easier without these acid trips constantly attacking me. I'm living the life of a schizophrenic right now.
Probably the most sane security guard that has worked at this place.
Great. Now I get to deal with Big Bird.
At least you know it's coming this time.
Maybe I'll just throw her in the oven and set it to 400 degrees. That would solve my problems.
Don't listen now, but I think I hear some metal clanking coming through the vents.
And the theatrics finish off with a resounding rigging of the game once again. Hold your applause, ladies and gentlemen. And there we have it. Yep, smells like some good old FNAF 3.
Every time you fail, it's like you're coping with loss at a funeral.
I practically am. My sanity is dying, and this thing is still very much alive, unfortunately.
Isn't that the truth?
Well, the menu calls once again, Donald. It's my turn.
No, I'm keeping the mouse.
Are you sure?
Look at my face. Is this the face of a man who cheats anything in life?
Yes.
Exactly. And I'm cheating you out of a turn because I'm getting the second try. No doubt. Where even was he? Did he teleport from the Shadow Realm?
Well, I think the game is telling you to give it a rest, Don.
Yeah, it's our turn now.
The only people that want to share your prize are those who didn't earn it. I'm beating this night if it's the last thing I do. I hate you, Springtrap.
With that noise, I thought he was your secret love affair.
I might as well just put this keyboard in my rectum. Maybe that would seal event faster.
3 strikes and you're out, Don. You don't make me pull out the Biden blast again.
Just take it. I don't even care anymore.
That's a lot of anger for someone who doesn't care.
Shut up, Obama. Does it look like I care about what you say?
Actually, no, you seem pretty calm. I wonder if anybody is actually truly afraid of animatronics.
Like how people are afraid of clowns?
You must have made a lot of people scream in fear, Donald.
Which adolescent helper of yours did you hear that from?
Too hot of a topic, guys. But yes, Don, like how people are afraid of clowns.
I mean, I'd have to think so. If they made 13 million sequels off this game, then it has to have some form of prominent audience.
Funny enough, the developer of the game even said that he had nightmares about Bonnie when he was making the first game.
Talk about nightmare fuel.
Getting spooked is all right, but having nightmares? It's a felt rabbit, not Freddy Krueger.
Those robots were close to 8 feet tall, Donald. Can you blame anybody that was face to face?
Apparently someone from the comments said that they went to a Chuck E. Cheese's recently, and they didn't even have any of the animatronics anymore.
What?
You're lying, right?
Dead serious here. All they have left there are the same old carnival games and the giant TV screens. Also marijuana smoke, supposedly.
If I wanted screens and high teens, I'd just go to a Best Buy. Did they really ruin Chuck E. Cheese like that?
From what I heard, they declared bankruptcy not too long ago. Might have to tie in directly along the lines of that article.
Damn, I thought I switched that in time.
You still got this, Joe.
But was their bankruptcy really due to the animatronics? I mean, did you ever look at the prize corner? Half of their catalog was like Amazon's butt hair of products.
Remember, most people went for the games themselves, not the overall rewards.
I get that, but if I'm burning cash in a landfill just to be there, it has to be more rewarding than cornhole and some dollar store sticky hands. Baron already has sticky hands, so why do I need more?
Nostalgia plays a big... Wait, what about Baron?
Oh, come on now.
What's that I hear? You wanted your turn, you said? And would you look at that, you shared just the same fate as me. How far the mighty have fallen.
Donald sees someone struggling and immediately runs to ring the victory bell. Absolutely wild.
Let me just see how long I can stall for time.
Wow.
It's more painful to see him win than you win. Why can't life be fair anymore?
You were literally born into a billion-dollar household and you're talking about fairness.
It was $1 million household, not $1 billion.
My bad, Mr. Welfare.
I'll just stall my time. Nothing I can do now.
You could just Alt F4.
That's the loser's way of getting out of a game.
Right, because we definitely didn't do any of that during FNAF 2. What the hell just happened?
Did they just double jump scare?
Yeah, it can happen if Freddy comes down the hallway and you don't look away, to which I didn't.
Why is it always finding new ways to add total malarkey in the game? I almost jumped out of my skin.
You got plenty of skin left. You're fine. But speaking of jumping, I guess it's my turn to jump into action.
Just try to beat it by any means necessary, Barack.
Please, I just want to move on already.
Joe, before we go into FNAF 4, can you recap what's going on?
Yeah, I know most of the kids' souls and restaurants shutting down and Purple Guy, but putting it all in my head makes me want to fizzle out like a bath bomb.
I actually had plans to do a recap video that chronologically explains the events of the first 3 games.
Like stuff we missed out on?
You've been able to get most of it, but it'll be pretty much everything. There's also much more revealed later on, but I'll just be recapping how much has been revealed up to this point.
You are actually treating this like the theory of relativity, aren't you?
Like you've ever read past the first page of any science book.
Like you've ever read past the first letter of the alphabet.
I say this all the time, but Joe is an incredibly intelligent individual, Don. Granted, he is a bit delayed with some of his speech patterns, but he's just as capable as any human being.
Obama, that last part was a bold-faced lie. He moves around like a zombie from Castlevania. You're telling me that there's a fully functional man behind that skeleton?
Okay, maybe the latter not so much, but still give credit where credit is due.
That's a rocky road you're walking down. Name the last intelligent thing that Joe has done.
What about, damn, you're really putting me on spot here.
My point exactly.
Just to echo what you already know, I'm sitting right here.
Then let's hear it from the man himself, Mr. President. What have you done recently that's even the slightest bit of intelligent?
What about, damn, you are really putting us on spot here.
And it all comes full circle.
You're no better. Remember how you served athletes a fast food feast during a government shutdown? You look like a hyena with the way you smiled in that photo.
Athletes got to eat, and I was simply commending them for their proud accomplishment.
Donald, athletes, fast food. Do you see what I'm getting at here? Opposites don't attract in this case.
A little fast food never killed anybody.
Never mind. That may be the dumbest thing you've ever said.
I said a little, not a lot. Use your ears, Joe.
Well, judging by your stature, it's easy to assume you don't know rationing.
Who do you expect me to be built like, Thanos? While I do pride myself on my incredible health, you have to understand I'm not Superman, nor do I claim to be.
You definitely claim to be.
Otherwise, your rallies wouldn't be like cults. You see everyone dressed in MAGA hats cheering your name.
Welcome to American politics, Obama. Would you like an introductory class?
He's saying don't put on a whole show just for attention.
Welcome to American politics, Joe. Would you like an introductory class?
This little Muppet just loves hide and seek, huh?
Try to just reboot ventilation. Buy as much time as you can.
I doubt it'll get me anywhere, but here goes nothing.
And he already ran by. Yeah, I think we've lost yet again.
This has been quite the eye-opening experience. I assumed that you two would be a little bit lackadaisical once you heard we only had to deal with one animatronic, but it seems like I might have gotten callous too.
I don't even know half the words you just said, but we're getting manhandled by this night.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that everything will just magically fix itself and this night will be over.
Obama, stop living in a fantasy world. Miracles don't exist anymore. So is that just a common thing now, the double jump scare?
I guess so.
Well, shucks, what do we do now, Joe?
We've spent long enough on this night. Next time we come back, we are guaranteed to finish the night, no matter how long it takes.
Joe, you're too old to finish.
Shut up!
You know we only won the first night because of me, right?
No, we didn't.
Just like when I took over the country from you, Barack. My heroic action set us on the path of inevitable victory.
Or you were just lucky.
I'm surprised you remembered that far back, Joe. Are the dementia pills working this time?
Maybe you could use these pills. It could help you remember to pay your taxes.
Joe, is it the same rules as last time?
What's that?
I said, are the rules the same as last time?
Oh, yeah, they are. Mute that phone, though. I can't hear myself think.
Who calls us anyways?
The phone guy. He talks to us about the restaurant.
Who?
The phone guy.
Asked.
You did, doofus.
Calm down, guys. I think I hear footsteps outside.
It's probably because you did.
Just as I thought. Bonnie's off the stage.
Where the hell did he go? I don't want that rabbit anywhere near me.
I don't think it wants to go anywhere near you.
It's okay. I found him in the backstage area.
As a heads up, the animatronics get more aggressive with each night.
And the fifth night is the hardest night?
No, the sixth night is the hardest night. And then there's a custom night where you can make it almost impossible to beat.
You're right, Joe. The bird's already out.
Wait, there's 7 nights? Then why the hell is it called 5 Nights at Freddy's? It should be called 7 Nights at Freddy's.
You do realize how stupid you sound right now, right?
How the fuck does that make me stupid?
You don't understand the marketing behind it.
I forgot you were a soy boy cuck for games that you like, Joe.
Guys, I need you to be quiet. The animatronics are getting here fast, and it's becoming really difficult to manage.
If it helps, Bonnie only comes to the left door, and Chica only comes to the right door, so you don't have to worry about them showing up on different sides.
You can also just close the damn game if you're being a big crybaby about it.
Don, you literally stole the laptop away from me last second and almost made us lose.
I was just trying to make America game again.
That's actually a pretty good slogan. I'm impressed.
Oh yeah, it's great. I'll give old Sleepy Joe a run for his money.
Wait, what did I do?
Exists.
Quiet down. I'm hearing a lot of footsteps outside. I think it's right at the door of the office.
I think you're right. Yep, you're right.
Close the damn door now. He's after me.
I never thought I would agree with Donald.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Of course, your prehistoric ass would know a saying like that, Joe.
Okay, Bonnie's away from the door. I'm going to open it up.
Again, you're doing a good job, man.
Thanks, Joe. That does mean a lot. Any wise words from you, Donald?
I'll pass.
Not surprised.
Bruh.
What the hell?
I got here pretty quickly.
No shit, Sherlock. Why the hell can it just teleport? What sort of restaurant is this?
Somehow Donald questioning the logistics of a video game doesn't surprise me.
Bonnie left. You can open the door.
Thanks, Joe. I'm glad at least someone here is not a total buffoon.
Happy to help.
Suck each other off more, why don't you? Is that what you guys did during those 8 years in the house?
At least we were in the house instead of on the golf course.
Watch out, Joe.
What?
Damn it. I was hoping that would give you a heart attack. Then I could be at peace and sit in silence.
Donald, I'm still here.
Yeah, but you're as quiet as an Iranian orphan.
Shut it, Don.
Donald, you probably agree to that statement, huh?
Was that a fat joke, Joe? Is it because I have a bigger stomach than you two and I don't look anorexic?
So I'm managing the night pretty well. I'm at 57% power and it's 2 a.m. We might cut it close, but things are looking good.
Didn't Joe say something about that curtain? I don't know what's humming in there, and I'd prefer to keep it like that.
He's right, Barack. Make sure to keep peering at Pirate Cove. We don't want to deal with Foxy.
What does Foxy do again?
Trust me, you don't want to know.
Well, clearly he does. He fucking asked.
Actually, I'll take his word.
Yeah, Foxy will start creeping through the curtain and try to attack us.
Hey, Joe, out of curiosity, who happens to be your favorite character in this game?
Oh, Foxy, hands down.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I'm sure shocked at that statement.
Donald, what the hell was that noise?
My dentures kind of fell out when I was trying to imitate Toad.
Damn, he's here.
Then close the door, Obama. What are you waiting for?
That's what I'm trying to do. The door's not budging.
What the hell do you mean it's not budging?
Oh, crap.
Something you know, Sleepy Joe?
Bonnie jammed the door button, and now we can't close it.
So what do we do?
Right now, that we just got to hold off. If we don't look at the cameras, we'll be fine, and we can make it to 6 a.m. The problem is Foxy. Since we can't look at the cameras, he might grow impatient and try to attack us.
So we're basically just sitting ducks here. Great. Just what we needed.
There was nothing else we could have done. If they jam the buttons, you're kind of fucked with a capital F.
All I'm saying is, when I took over last time, we were able to survive because I'm the best security guard, the very best. Now Obama comes in and look at the mess.
I can't wait till they put you in jail.
I can't wait to play 5 Nights at Freddy's, my favorite horror game series.
Great, and now his dementia is kicking in. Now I have a bubbling, crusty pile of patheticness and Joe Biden.
What?
Barack, when did you get here?
Oh!
Yeah, that's what Foxy does.
Obama, I'm telling you, if it was me at the helm of that ship, we would not have died. You saw what happened the first night. We lived. That didn't happen here.
Fine, Donald. If you want to be like that, then be like that. Here, it's your turn to play a full night out.
Bet. And I won't fall asleep like Sleepy Joe.
Wait, where am I? Now, before we start night 5, there's something I want to show you guys.
Nice knowing you, Obama.
What is it?
I made a community poll that asked everybody if I should, but I forgot to go through with it. Apologies to the people watching. And it's a certain dialogue that you hear during night 3.
You mean the one where Foxy puts us in a washing machine?
How could we get that?
At Circus Baby's place. You were right there, Barack. You just barely missed it.
Would have been great if I found it myself.
No worries, though. We're here now, so let's go on and play the clip.
Where did we miss this at?
It was during night 3 when Barack crawled through circus control.
Did you know that I was on stage once?
She's talking?
It wasn't for very long. Only one day. What a wonderful day, though. I was in a small room with balloons and a few tables. No one sat at the tables, though, but children would run in and out.
Yeah, that's how parties
Some
work.
were afraid of me. Others enjoyed my songs. Music was always coming from somewhere else, down a hall.
Interesting.
I would always count the children. I'm not sure why.
Talk much?
I was always acutely aware of how many there were in the room with me. 2, then 3, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 2, then none.
I'm so
They
lost.
usually played together in groups of 2 or 3. I was covered in glitter.
This sounds like a
smelled
strip club.
birthday cake.
Don't be
There
crude.
were 2, then 3, then 5, then 4.
She keeps saying weird
I can
things.
do something special. Did you know that?
See what I
I can
mean?
make ice cream. Although I only did it once. There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Something happened when there was 1. A little girl standing by herself. I was no longer myself, and I stopped singing.
Excuse me?
My stomach opened, and there was ice cream. I couldn't move, at least, not until she stepped closer. There was screaming for a moment,
What?
but only for a moment. Then other children rushed in again, but they couldn't hear her over the sounds of their own excitement. I still hear her sometimes. Why did that happen?
Why are you asking me? I started working here 2 days ago. I don't know any of that.
And this was all revealed to us during night 3, right?
Right. Now, before we dive into the final night, is there anything that you want to emphasize or point out?
Let me summarize what was just described. Circus Baby was on stage at a party where kids would go in and out of the rooms. She was left with one kid and she couldn't control herself around her. Then there was screaming, and it didn't last long. Are we on the right page?
Seems like an average weekend at Freddy Fazbear's.
Sister location, that is.
Well, my assumption is that something horrible happened once again at this restaurant. That may be why these animatronics can talk to us.
Can't wait to hear this in the next lore explanation.
True, we'll know about it all soon. Let's move on to the final night.
Daddy isn't watching.
Oh?
What does she mean by that? Why do we always have brainless children around here?
Wait, we're back in the elevator?
This makes no
Welcome
sense.
back to your last day on the job.
Last
That is
day?
the last day of your first week.
Oh.
Some of the most valued qualities that we like to see in new employees are determination, fearlessness, and a genuine disregard for instinctive self-preservation.
I hate
You've
this
earned
thing.
your 1 week bonus, which will be given to you in the form of a delightful gift basket.
Gift
the cost
basket?
of which will be taken out of your next paycheck.
What?
These gift baskets containing fruit, nuts, flowers, and of course the ever-popular cash basket.
Cash
Using
basket.
the keypad below, please enter the first few letters of the gift basket you would like to receive.
What will it give us?
It seems you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. Thank you for selecting Exotic Butters.
That's not a cash basket.
I can just feel my arteries clogging up with the name of that thing.
How are we even
Please be
alive?
aware that there are still 2 technicians on site today. Try to avoid interfering with their work if possible. Also, feel free to ask them why they are still there and encourage them to go home.
Why are we always in the land of Oz?
I'm more amazed how we're even here again. I mean, we got stuffed in a whole pizza oven, And we just came back like nothing happened?
We must be Goku if we can just walk in here like nothing's a problem.
What's with all the Dragon Ball Z references recently?
I was noticing that too, but I didn't know if Donald started watching the show.
Not the original. You think I want to see Goku and Frieza have a screaming match for 4 hours? I'll just go to a NASCAR event if I want to hear angry idiots scream.
So wait, you're not watching it?
I am, but it's this shorter version called Kai.
Wait, you said Kai?
Motion trigger, entryway vent.
Cuts out all the boring moments, lots of boring moments, and just gets to the good parts.
Yeah, I believe it digitally formats it to look newer and then condenses it to the necessary parts.
Back here again.
Let's check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage.
Here we go again. What the?
Well, we found the technicians.
Are you serious? They got hung. Oh, this is not good.
Normal day at Freddy's, everybody.
It looks like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium.
How?
The test today will involve more maintenance work.
I'm done.
Circus
I
Baby
can't
had
anymore.
a rough day and is in need of repair.
Burn this one down too.
To reach the parts and service room by once again sneaking through Funtime Auditorium.
Great.
As
We got
always,
Foxy again.
Please proceed with caution.
So we just have corpses around the restaurant and we're just gonna mosey on like nothing's wrong?
Not one, but two? Who even killed them?
They must have found Victoria's Secret. If this isn't a red flag to leave the slaughterhouse, I don't know what is.
Come on, when have we ever left these situations?
Well, now I'm back here in our favorite spot. Let's just hope the dead body doesn't careen itself into our eyes.
Joe, I think I've said this almost a baker's dozen of times, but what even is going on anymore? We're a maintenance man from Santa Clara, and he must have the vision of Stevie Wonder. What is going on?
We must really need the paycheck if we're willing to press on like this.
Is there anything that we can know about what's happening here? Apparently, what happened to these technicians isn't the first time bodies have been caught here.
Yeah, what went on with what Baby told us? Apparently she made people scream. Break down what happened there.
Well, she was once on stage, but this girl came along and she couldn't control herself, and something ended up happening to where there was screaming.
And we're here. Ugh.
Motion trigger, parts and service.
This is the first time we got
Great
up close.
job reaching parts and service. Circus Baby has been deactivated for an unknown reason.
We got
It's your
birthed
job
from
to
her.
make sure she is structurally stable and secured to the conveyor. Our technicians will take it from there.
What was that static?
What happened to the robot? Did his system malfunction for the millionth time?
And now we're just stuck with the carcass
Can you
shell.
hear me?
Isn't she powered down?
Pretending. Remember how I said I could pretend?
Well, there's our answer.
Cameras are watching. I must be careful not to move.
You're doing a good job, it seems.
Something bad happened yesterday.
Really, Sherlock?
Something bad always happens. I don't want it to happen again.
What's that got to do with us?
There is something bad inside of me.
What?
I'm broken. I can't be fixed.
Trash heap it is.
I'm going to be taken to the scooping room soon. But it's not going to fix what's wrong with me.
That's why we said the trash heap.
What is bad is always left behind.
Why do you talk so much?
Will you help me?
Do we have a choice?
I want you to save what is good, so the rest can be destroyed and never recovered.
What is even going on
You
anymore?
must be careful. Ballora is here, in the room with us.
Must be an actual birthday party.
Ballora will not return to her stage. Ballora will not return to her body.
Return to her body?
You must be careful.
What do you even mean?
You must remain calm and listen to my voice.
Someone prepare our
There is
coffins.
a button on my cheek. You must find it and press it.
Well, we're back with another scavenger hunt for this game.
So we're just going to ignore the fact that Ballora is trying to body us?
Donald, we've been ignoring facts ever since we got employed here.
Oh, I found it. Only took the risk and possibility of being pounded by Ballora.
Well, what now?
There is a passcode that you must enter before you can retrieve me.
Who says we agreed?
Enter the code carefully.
Well, what's the code?
1,
1,
5,
5,
1,
1,
7,
7,
3,
3,
3,
3,
7,
7,
9.
9.
What was that?
Well, she said something about Ballora being there, but she won't go back to her body. Might tell you right there what that is.
Why did I even die? I hit the right number. Did I not do it fast enough?
Fast enough? What does that even mean?
My bad, I misspoke. I meant fast.
It wasn't that. I think you just hit the corner and the game didn't think it was 9.
I think Jiminy Cricket would have issues hitting the right button.
Well, I hope your hands are smaller, Don, because it's your turn.
As long as I don't have to crawl through Funtime Auditorium. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Hey, Joe, what were you saying earlier about Circus Baby being on stage?
Well, we know that something happened that caused a girl to scream to the point where Circus Baby still hears her sometimes.
So I can only assume that whatever the incident was, it was a deadly one.
Now, let me ask you this. What have we heard in between each night?
This girl asking her father to play with... Wait a minute.
Figuring it out now?
Motion trigger, parts and service.
Are they the same girls?
Great job reaching parts and service.
Can I shut
Circus
this thing
Baby
up?
has been deactivated for an unknown reason.
Welcome to the
It's your
robot
job to
yapping
make sure
session,
she is
number
structurally stable and
256.
secured to the conveyor. Our technicians will take it from there.
If I have to hear that thing again, I might throw myself into a cinder block.
Remember, she's going to ask you to put in a code. So
Can you hear me?
just be on top of where you're clicking.
I'm pretending.
Can I just click her cheek now?
The answer seems to be yes.
Wait, so Joe, are the girl in the cutscenes and the girl that Baby is talking about the same person?
Obama, be quiet. I need to hear this passcode.
She hasn't even started saying it yet.
Code carefully.
Well, she's about to, so keep quiet.
6, 5, 4, 1,
Careful now.
7, 7, 1, 9, 9, 5. Good.
Just like
A
that.
hatch should have opened.
Great, you can count.
Take the card that you find inside.
Well, where's the hatch? Why are we constantly playing I Spy here?
Joe, did you hear me earlier?
About what? If those girls were the same people?
Yeah, that. Because now that you pointed everything out, I have a feeling that the two stories line up. One from Baby's perspective and one from the child's.
I'm gonna throw my head into a Freddy Fazbear suit if I can't find this hatch.
You've been looking for about the south side of 30 seconds. I don't think you should be applying for any awards regarding patience.
It's not that, you moldy cuckle nut. Bellora's in the room and I'm not trying to get munched on.
Well, then, you better get to it. Personally, I would be looking for a small hatch, just as she said.
I swear if I get one more sarcastic remark, this laptop will mark your gravesite.
Let's calm down, boys. We're all friends here.
I don't think we have issues.
Wait, there it is.
Now you must turn back.
Turn back?
I will guide you through Funtime Auditorium so you can reach the scooping room.
Scooping
When
room?
you are there, I want you to destroy this body.
I have no objections to this.
Put the card into your handheld device, and I can continue to speak to you.
Mind chip incoming.
Now,
That's what I'm saying.
press the green button to your left. This will send me to the scooping room.
Great, another word search. Place these things more obviously.
There it is. Oh, why are we always in places that sound like a wind turbine?
I can't even hear my own thoughts right now. It's like we're at a junkyard waiting for a car to get crushed.
Yeah, and this is sending her to the scooping room? Is that where we saw Ballora get smashed to bits?
This game might have a happy ending after all.
You must follow my instructions in Funtime Auditorium.
Here we go again.
Ballora is going to follow you.
Of course she will.
She will try to catch you.
All the women want the
I will
Dawn.
help you avoid her.
Please stop.
She will not follow you inside the scooping room. She is afraid. Go back now.
Well, you heard her. Time to go back through Funtime Auditorium.
Go forward.
I have to listen to her. Someone give me a Vicodin.
Why does that require a Vicodin?
Stop.
Oh, she's going to be leading us, huh?
Just my luck.
Go forward and left.
With how the night's going, we're going to end up sleeping with the technicians.
Wait, figuratively or literally?
Who knows?
Keep going.
At this point, which one is better?
Who knows? They're dead.
Stop. Be silent. Go forward and left.
Is anybody else put off at why we're just listening to her?
What else can we do?
Not show up here.
Stop.
Well, something tells me that we're a bit too late for that decision, Don.
Just consider us dead
Go
then.
forward. You are almost there.
Well, it seems like we're listening to her for a reason, so...
Stop. She is right in front of you.
What?
Don't move. He is here to help, Ballora. He is not here to hurt us. Ballora. He is here to help us. Go forward again.
I hate this.
Laura is behind you. She is afraid of the scooping room. She will not follow you.
I feel like I'm being dragged by the nape of my neck right now.
Well, it seems like we finally made it.
Warning, you've entered a highly dangerous area. You have entered from Maintenance Hatch 1B, reserved for cleaning and repair of the scooper. Entering this side of the room is strictly prohibited by unauthorized personnel.
Wait, where are we?
This is the scooping room, right?
Wait, look at all the parts on the
We're
ground.
in the scooping room now. Funtime Foxy has already been here today.
Wait, is that baby?
Funtime Freddy has already been here today. Ballora has already been here today. Circus Baby has already been here today.
Whoa, that is not baby.
What is that?
I've been out before, but they always put me back.
It's so scraggly.
They always put us back inside.
Whoa, what is it?
There's nowhere for us to hide here. There is nowhere to go when we look like this.
So stay here.
But if we looked like you, then we could hide.
Excuse me?
If we looked like you, then we would have somewhere to go.
What are you guys getting at?
The scooper only hurts for a moment.
Wait, what?
What's happening?
Baby lied to us.
So what now?
That midget-looking tin can. What the f?
Did we just get scooped?
Forget that. Do you see the blood? We're so dead.
So baby lied to us that whole time. What even just happened?
Did you really think she was on our side to begin with? She kidnapped us and put us in a pizza box.
Don't tell Daddy that I'm here. I wanted to watch your show too.
There's the girl.
I don't know why he won't let me come see you. You're wonderful. Where did the other children go?
Why is she British?
That doesn't matter. Wait, what is this?
What's going on here? We're already dead. Why do we have to have another cutscene to cause more confusion?
Wait, this is the theme to that vampire show.
What's that noise?
Wait, that's a shadow. Who is that?
What is even going on anymore? Purple guy!
Was that actually Purple Guy?
He had the purple eyes, Obama.
Wait a minute. That's how it ends.
What Rick and Morty episode did we just crawl through? I hate that I have so many questions right now.
Well, I'm here to answer any that you may have. And before you ask, yes, there is a good ending that we'll be getting as well.
I only assumed so.
Honestly, Joe, I have an entire congressional debate of questions, but my main one here is what just happened.
Well, we came back for a fifth night, and Baby told us that she wanted everything destroyed. However, in an act of deception, she led us to the other side of the scooping room for us to be scooped.
What does that even do for her?
If you couldn't tell by the way it was talking, that wasn't just Baby. It was an amalgamation of all of the animatronics in Sister Location. So by scooping us, they could use our body to escape the facility.
Yeah, I regret asking.
With all that being said, let's get on to the good ending, shall we?
Wait, what happened to the two technicians?
They were turned into giraffes.
Something's gone wrong.
You think?
Word from the counselor's office and plug it in underneath the statue.
Got it.
Need to reach 100%. Good luck.
Off topic, but the State of the Union is coming up, and I'm very excited to be delivering my speech. I think you and the Republican Party will love it, Don.
Great. Last thing I need in this world is Joe Biden standing at the podium talking about fruit-flavored snacks or something.
I think I already know the topics that you're going to discuss, but I'm still looking forward to what you have to say. Remember, take your time saying what you want to say so you don't have to stutter.
The fact that you got to tell a way beyond grown man is outright absurd.
Yeah, not like you haven't forgotten anything in your life, Donald.
He's the sitting president. Are you kidding me, Obama?
And as the sitting president, you can hear what I have to say at the State of the Union.
Catnap have any Sleepy Joe gas left?
Okay, that should be enough power. Now take that huge battery to the gas production zone so we can get out of here.
We?
Door by the cable car you arrived on. Good luck.
Well, if my intuition knows best, it's the fact that we seemingly are right next to getting out of this place. So you know that's when everything is going to come crashing down.
I just don't understand how Catnap wanted us to leave Playcare like he wasn't the one that threw us into a garbage compactor to begin with. You did this to yourself, buddy. Time to get fixed.
Realistically, what do we have to fight Catnap with? He's as big as a woolly mammoth. I don't think calling him a frisky furball is going to strike fear in his heart.
Not exactly, but it'll butter him up for what's to come, and that's a 5-course meal featuring a knuckle sandwich.
Express delivered by the world's best security guard himself, huh?
You betcha.
Is it me or do I have no idea where to go?
I think both of the options you gave us means it's you, Joe.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Seems like we got a preview of the State of the Union.
Oh, yeah, this was the place we were supposed to be. From the beginning of the game when we were introduced to those puzzles.
We're not asking the most important question. Why haven't we seen Ollie yet? Shouldn't we already know what this sneaky snitch looks like?
Seen or not, he's the only thing that's helped us in here. He's one of our only allies, really.
I've actually enjoyed Ollie's company. So I think we turn this on and... Wait. Actually, I have to put the battery over here.
And this will power the machine.
What the? He's here!
Look what the cat dragged in.
He's got the red smoke.
What is he doing? Do I need to put the mask on?
I don't care. Let me at him and I'll solve this thing really quickly.
Where am I supposed to go?
Do we need to get around him?
What happened to his mouth?
What
Why does he look like
terrifying.
that?
Get me out of here.
Cats don't do this. His mouth looks like a hanger.
Where am I supposed to go?
He's right there,
Close
Joe.
your
Run
mouth,
like
you
the
big ugly
wind.
thing.
I'm going back here and trying to get the battery.
Hurry up, he's right behind us.
Let me at him and it would be curtains for him.
The door is closed. Where do
Run,
we go?
Joe, run.
He's right there, you idiot.
I'm trying, you morons.
You're ugly.
Well, that didn't go as planned.
Something tells me that we weren't supposed to go around him.
Yeah, I kind of figured that once he bit off my frontal lobe.
Well, no need to fear because the world's best security guard is here. Saddle up those horses because we ride at dawn.
Just give him the keyboard, Joe.
I'm grabbing the battery too, you big ugly thing. Now you got to deal with me.
Oh, that's where we're supposed to go.
Not even taking a chance. Hitting the button and we're getting out of here. I'll end you later, freakazoid.
Why is his mouth open? Why does he look like that?
He can't get in here, right? Right?
He's trying.
I think we're safe.
Catnap, you have got to be the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Plastic surgery cannot even save you. I know we can't see each other anymore, but I know you can hear me. You're ugly.
Certainly insulting him will help diffuse the situation.
Donald, if they did testing on children, that could very well be a child that's actually controlling Catnap.
I stand by what I said. And he better calm down before I tell his parents or something. Wait a minute.
Catnap is coming. Be careful.
Well, there's way too many batteries and sockets here, so something tells me that I have to play collector and do something with all of these.
Doesn't look like there's anywhere to go but here. This may be the final battle, Donald.
Classic. The good old standoff that I was preparing for. What's this say now?
To the left and right side of the room, in both the front and back, there should be small alcoves with terminals ready for a charge. See for yourself.
Whatever that means.
I think it means we use one of those power nodes to our advantage. How we do that, I don't know, but that's my assumption from the text.
Was this what it was talking about?
I guess that's what we'll use for power, and you probably have to put the batteries in there to access that. My thing is, what is the whole purpose of it?
The computer said that Catnap was coming, so it's likely we'll be using that in some way to defend ourselves.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but have we done something like this for an antagonist? Most of the time, we're just running away from them. Here, it looks like a FNAF game.
Well, no need to fear because the world's best security guard is here.
Somehow, we're going to run out of power.
Heads up, I think Catnap's already at our door.
How do I use the batteries to stop him? I'm not falling for that bait. It's time to bring in the firepower.
Do you genuinely think that's going to do anything against a prehistoric animal, Don?
You see me rolling and you're already hating. Yeah, I see you. You're not scaring anybody with that rotisserie chicken body of yours.
Wait, I actually think the fire hand is working. Keep doing it, Don. I think that's how we keep him at bay.
You look like you just crawled out of a Pizza Hut garbage can. Do something about it.
There's no way that it's a year later and Don is still insulting our foes. How little time changes things.
It's not an insult. Look at that thing. It reminds me of a certain someone, but I don't care to insult them right now.
Instead of focusing on insults, focus on what we're supposed to be doing, because I can't guide you here. As long as Catnap is at bay, that's all that matters. But stop yapping.
I need this power source, right? I'm powering the node.
Are you sure we're supposed to do that? Well, I guess it's Too late now.
What's happening? What is this?
Grab it or something. The hand marks are
Open it
there.
up.
Hey, Freakazoid, you have the wrong address. We didn't order anything. Go to the next house or something.
And now he's back down here or something. So what do we have to do? Just keep getting into that cycle until something changes?
It closed again. This cat is as sneaky as a fox, but he's not getting past the world's best security guard.
Heads up, Donald. You should probably get used to opening that door. But your main focus should be on catnap right now.
I know, but this node triggers some sort of gas. See? And I think that stops him from going over there.
Replace the battery, Don.
There's a timer on that machine. I think we're halfway done, Don. Keep pushing through.
I just prepped another battery. Yeah, nowhere to go, you slithery snake. Can't break a fast one on me. Do you know who you're messing with?
He's messing with someone that can't get a battery out.
Kenneth Obama, this is a high-stress situation, and unless you're helping, you're hindering.
You got a little over a minute now, Donald. It looks like he's flanking, or trying to.
Good thing I have him on lockdown. And he got in the hallway. I know the perfect defense for you. Get smoked out, cat crap.
Get ready for the vent, or no. I thought he would be trying to open the top vent already.
No, he's in the hallway again, even though I already smoked it out. Can't learn your lesson, huh? No wonder you were in an orphanage. Your IQ wouldn't even let you get out when you became an adult.
I was about to say, don't be too insulting where you forget the battery.
40 seconds, Don. Keep chugging. We're almost at the end of the marathon.
Never was good at running.
Admitting it now is crazy timing.
Looks like it's happening again. Come through, you're just helping me waste time, you stupid feline.
Smart thinking, Donald. Yeah, you only have 10 more seconds to go. Just keep pushing.
I don't know what to do after the 10 seconds, though. What could we possibly do?
Well, we're about to find out.
Donald, grab that.
Got it. Time to put you down.
Whoa!
What a shot, Donald.
Yeah, get up after that one.
He's trying to.
But he won't.
That's right. Taste the wrath of the world's best security guard. This is what happens to those who mess with me.
That's gonna leave a bruise.
Look at the top.
It's the hand!
It's the prototype. What's happening?
What does he want from him?
I have a hunch since he failed, it's his time to be sacrificed.
Is that why he's getting up?
Look, he's offering himself.
He's vanquished? Oh,
Just like that?
Wow, just like that.
I really carried this stupid battery all the way here because I thought we needed it. What a waste of anxiety.
And with this, we can finally power up the entirety of Playcare and get out of here, right? Right?
Don't count our chickens, Obama. I'm still waiting for Dog Day to come out from the ground and eat us alive.
I was about to say you have to turn the battery receptor on, it seems.
Are we good now? And Don Juan comes to save the day once again. You can clap for me now. I deserve it after taking down that tyrannical tiger.
I wouldn't say taken down, just under new management.
Toys of the Playcare Kingdom, you are free to come out, for I have slain thy enemy, Overlord Catnap.
Didn't have Medieval Donald on my 2024 bingo card, but I guess there's always a surprise for something.
Gentlemen, from the start of this game, I immediately hated that feline with every fiber of my being. And now that I'm aware of the evil atrocities that were done down here, I can only speak of the pride in my actions.
He's dead now. Be proud, Don. Be proud.
And proud I am. And herewith I turn on thy kingdom. May it be restored to its glory days for all the toys to enjoy.
Okay, the magic's starting to wear off.
Good, you're here.
No thanks to you,
You've done it again.
wherever you are.
Just like I knew you would.
Where were you the whole time?
It's gone. The red smoke is diverted. Everything is falling into place, thanks to you.
What are you doing, Don?
Trying to find this stupid doll. Is she over here?
Then you deserve to have the truth.
I'd love to have it if Donald can stop treasure hunting.
There you are.
Because of your coworkers.
That I did,
I
Poppy.
know what happened. And why.
Is she holding a tape?
This is your answer.
Oh no, we got snuff films going on down here?
The hour of joy.
Who's we?
Maybe the other toys or something? Donald, get closer to the TV. That tape's gonna play through there.
The hour of joy.
Look at this. It's footage of the main entrance.
Huggy, no one is going to high-five you.
That's probably not what he was there. Oh.
What?
He's attacking them? Oh my gosh, he's attacking them!
This is the hour of joy. This is what happened to all of our coworkers. Are you kidding me?
Why did they stand there for so long?
This is the game station, and that's Mommy Longlegs. She's attacking them too.
Are the toys rebelling against their creators?
It has to be.
She just swooped them up into the air and dropped them.
Are all these toys attacking them?
Yeah. Even the smiling critters are attacking them. After years of scientific torture, they're all going against what the scientists have done to them.
Is this the schoolhouse?
I think it is. And he's being chased by multiple Mr. Lights?
Multiple? They shadow
Did the
cloned?
prototype cause all of this?
Is this Huggy again? No, this looks like Kissy. She looks like she's being a lot less violent. Look at the experiments they were doing on these things.
Who is this
He's
thing?
eating him?
Oh, that's Boxy Boo. He was a toy in another game they made.
This is play care.
Look at all the bodies. Look at Catnap. This is why I took you out, you litter box.
This is what happened to all of our coworkers. All of our coworkers.
That's a lot of
The
bodies.
hour of joy was just a giant death montage? They're all dead. They really are all
It's
dead.
all death. It's literally just all death. How did this happen? How did nobody escape?
Well, gang, the mystery is solved. All that death and we came back here like we were just Mr. Incredible.
We finally found out what happened. After all these years, we figured out the story behind this.
I'm honestly shocked. I really
Battery.
didn't expect it to be this bad.
I remember hearing every moment of it. It went on so long, so agonizingly long.
Where do I put this battery at, Poppy?
Donald, can you stop moving? I'm trying to listen to her talk about this massive death we just saw.
Listen, I know it's death, but they experimented on kids, so they kind of deserved it.
Why is this happening? What are those things?
She definitely seems scarred from it all, even as a doll.
Senseless slaughter. That's all it really was. They killed everyone. The guilty, the innocent. Didn't matter.
I'm sorry, who was innocent here?
Death didn't fix anything. And then, once it was all over, they dragged those corpses down below where they'd never be found. And they
Excuse me?
Whoa!
A coworker buffet.
to stay alive. Prototype has to die.
Oh, hey, Kissy Missy.
So it was the prototype.
Everything.
Why is Femboy Huggy Wuggy smiling? Ain't nothing to really smile about. We just saw a massacre.
You know she has a name, right?
Yeah, and it's Femboy Huggy Wuggy.
My question is that, what does Poppy have to do with all of this? Was she experimented on too? Because
As soon as we reach the bottom, we'll send the lift back up.
she was one of the first toys, right?
That's my guess.
Hold on, where are we going?
After you,
Is nobody questioning why we're going even deeper into this place?
Poppy said the prototype would dismember us regardless, so we have to find a way to get around him anyways.
Well, deeper into this mess we go.
Why are you tilted like that, Femboy Huggy Wuggy?
all right. Once we hit the ground, we need to be cautious. There's something.
That doesn't sound good.
Not good at all.
No!
What's happening?
I think she's being attacked.
Just hold on!
No need to fear, the world's best security guard is here.
Now is not the time, Dawn.
Wait, is that how the chapter ends?
Femboy Huggy Wuggy got jumped.
Is that really how the chapter ends? Wow, what a cliffhanger to lead into the next chapter.
By far the best chapter yet. I'm so glad I went into this blind again. Haven't done that in so long.
I'm free!
Well, what a chapter, am I right, guys? What are your initial thoughts?
Even though I barely played and it was super drawn out, I definitely think this was the best chapter so far.
Donald, what about you?
Rah! I'm still the world's best security guard. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be doing, the very first, is upgrade our equipment. There's the tab, and there we go. Time to sit back and get some easy work done.
I wouldn't necessarily say easy work, but like I said, these upgrades will expedite the process.
Quick question, Joe. Do the upgrades go away when we die? And if they do we have to repurchase them with new money?
Thankfully, no. Once you purchase everything, like Donald just did, it's a permanent decision.
That's all I need. And now I'm dead. Well, isn't that just great?
Donald, you need to lock in. Well, with all four of these things active, and possibly more in the next few nights, I really don't want to be struggling on this forever.
How many times have you said that, Obama? And how many times have you heard the one and only world's best security guard respond?
Pay attention to noise, Don. That's probably one of the most important factors in this game, similar to FNAF 4. Motion detector and audio work great, but they're not entirely reliable. You need your innate security guard and businessman nature to do its job.
Give me a second here.
One.
All right, don't be smart. You never were anyways. Okay, I think we're good. Never mind, wacky warts paste just clogged the AC and I have an infestation of creation coming down my alley.
Donald, I think you might want to tend to the overheating. I don't like the thought of being in a Dutch oven.
Is it too fitting to say pizza oven?
Is this what the illegal aliens see after we run out of space in Arizona?
I always come back.
Phew. This is going to be a long recording, isn't it?
All right, this is the golden run. We got our big boy pants on and our hearing aids cranked to the max. Not even a mouse would get past me.
Keep in mind that they can fly down the vents now that you have all of them. They'll be attacking in short bursts too, so you really got to keep on your toes.
Of course, my customers are too busy devouring fruit punch to notice the vent monsters.
I wonder if they hear the ads too. That's got to strike fear in the pockets of some poor parent down in the galleys of the restaurant.
Probably the sound of the world's best security guard piling up his bag while he has to fend himself off like a dead rising game.
Bittersweet, but fitting.
With all due respect, Donald, I think I've lasted longer on 2 hours of sleep and a Pepto-Bismol.
You want the keyboard next? You get the keyboard next. Wait, what is this?
What the? It's Scrap Trap.
Interesting. We seem to have this weird aura of luck. First Shadow Bonnie, then some other rare screens in FNAF 4. Now this.
So you're saying we got another rare screen?
I cannot believe we willingly looked at this car crash victim and said, yeah, let's bring him inside.
This is what senior citizens look like after eating at Golden Corral for 2 hours.
Well, that was a donut hole of crap. And at the end of the alley is the entrance to the restaurant again. That doesn't give us a bypass on the night, does it?
Scrap trap carved inside you like a Picasso painting. You tell me, Donald.
Okay, this is my absolutely last attempt. Then you're taking over, Obama. I've been filled with cream like a donut stick, and honestly, I don't think I can take another refill from Scrap Trap.
I wish our forefathers like Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson were here today to witness the defiling things that just seep from Donald's mouth like an overabsorbed sponge.
At that point, I think they just would have headed back to the monarchy of England.
You guys always want to throw insults when my back is turned, but beware, these thick cutlets of muscle have ears of their own.
Then you would think that you would be able to hear them come up from behind you, but it still seems like we're struggling on this office part.
Don't look now, Obama, but we might be finally making some real motion now. As soon as this despicable ad stops lubing the inside of my ears, I can get back to fighting for my life.
Well, at least you're actually fighting this time instead of flopping on the floor like a fish out of a basket. I might recommend that you do the longer tasks next time. That way it's just the easier stuff that you have to manage.
My strategy is all mainline, Joe. I have the very best strategy, the very best. Fort Knox couldn't be more secure than this office right at this very moment.
This isn't much of an office. We have some old Sprite cranberry gifted from LeBron, some crinkled up warnings from the tax department, and a monitor that looks like it was used by Jared Fogle.
I see, the Joe Biden classic. And these drawings too, there's no amount of words in the English dictionary that come close to the similarities I'm seeing.
I'm not even in the line of fire, but I'm catching strays.
I think these little pipe cloggers run around in a corn maze until they magically find my luxurious hair blowing in the air vent. Why do we even have a treasure map of vents in here anyways?
How have you just started noticing these small details when we're almost halfway done with this game?
I'm also almost halfway done with printing these supplies, so take your condescending attitude and ruin the gas prices with them.
I think both of you are focusing on the wrong things here.
You don't even know what focus is, Joe.
How does this happen every time?
Known I'd find you.
Every single time. It's like watching a blind person fall down a flight of stairs and trying not to laugh.
You were right about this being a long recording session. We're only 10 minutes in, and it feels like we've lived through half of a James Bond movie.
I'm sick of Vanilla Ice and Ice Spice running for presidency by posting rap videos and twerking montages while I'm trying to live through a battle royale. If you want the stage, go ahead and take it.
Schizophrenia is meeting MTV, so I'll let you handle the mental patient and take over, Joe.
I don't think patient-to-patient care is allowed.
Donald, I have absolutely zero clue what you're talking about. That might have possibly been the easiest night I've ever done.
Oh, but the intern is not going to show all the times he failed, is he?
All I'm saying is that I wouldn't look at his bumper
Don't forget
stickers.
Saturday. You want them all to be in one place.
Saturday. And why does this guy talk about all in one place?
Before you is an animatronic found in the back alley.
Great, this again.
Well, since I already completed the office part, I might as well complete the inspection too.
Checklist before claiming it as salvage. Or
wait, no one is here?
Already inside? You mean there's another animatronic that got in? What now?
Please make your choice now.
You're telling me that we only have one choice? What?
What just happened?
Don't forget Saturday. You want them all to be in one place.
You already said that? What are you even talking about?
Joe, what did we do wrong? What else got in?
Before you freak out, let me explain. Lefty, who was $5 on the shop, was actually going to be a salvage. That's why he snuck up in the vents and why we were attacked by salvages only. None of the other modern animatronics got to us.
This game is constantly reinventing the wheel. And all I'm trying to do is run a business off of a flat tire known as Obama.
And somehow, even with a flat tire, Lightning McDonald left me in a hit and run.
Guys, what the fuck are we even talking about anymore?
I like this nice little bump in our income right here. A calm $7 grand a day will help keep the homeless crackheads away. And a shiny new ball pit too, of course.
I thought we were getting the anti-gravity spinner thing. The one where it looks like it'll cause your colon to flip inside out and start doing the limbo.
Listen, Obama, I'm here to make the numbers go through the graph. If we're talking about the typhoon that wiped out half of Japan, it's from the rare finds auction, and some kid might pre-order a head injury.
So what exactly do you have in mind to purchase?
Before I consider anything, I have to review this sponsorship. 5,000? Yes.
You really have no thought for how we are going to survive in the office. You know that?
The numbers, Obama. You just had to witness that increase in revenue. This is what empires are made of. We will overcome adversity through tenacity.
Well, now what's the plan?
You know what? I'm feeling a bit spicy today. Not exactly big cash, but let these little head stumps lose a shoe in this thing and their parents will be buying pizza for hours.
I'm not against that. The only thing that I have a concern for is the massive amount of liability that we've netted.
Since we have already purchased pretty much everything under the sun when it comes to equipment upgrades, we don't have to worry about upgrades later on. You can spend away without really any concern.
That's all I needed to hear.
Time to get a second mortgage on my house.
All right, time to put this baby to the test. Give me the money, ball pit.
I'm not even being mean when I ask this, Donald, but how did you miss that bad?
In the words of Big Sean, last night took an L, but tonight I bounce back.
I will say those Faz points are quickly climbing the tower. Now to avoid a second hip surgery.
Oh, what? You're kidding me.
Medic!
Humpty Dumpty did not have a great fall, buddy. You just sustained some minor brain trauma.
And the little mascot outlasts a couple of broken necks and keeps his long-term memory for another day.
Oh, would you look at this greenery? Prepare to crack that skull again, Handy. You're getting put directly in the line of fire.
Donald's fast point addiction isn't something I allotted on my December 2023 bingo card, but I won't complain.
Business is about sacrifice and building off of what others lay down. If a couple of head injuries take place, you throw them a gift basket and they forget all about it. Like I said, business is an art form, and so is the art of the deal. I told you this already, Joe. Shave off some of that ear hair so you can hear me next time.
Those are cotton balls, Don. I use them when you pop your voice box to the aero engine setting.
Can I borrow one?
I don't know. The inside of my ears look close to the Vietnam War.
That's a funny way of saying civil.
Donald, what are you doing back here?
Listening to the intrusive thoughts. The Burger King needs to come down the street and slap his brother's gold tip.
The fact that you went back to this thing after it gave you a heart attack is dedication.
If gambling ever taught me anything, it's that most people quit before they strike rich. So make sure to keep gambling no matter what.
Not sponsored by Caesar's Palace.
What?
And strike three, he's out.
I don't know if the gambling records are favoring us right now.
$5,000. Let's go.
Are you serious right now? What luck.
I told you poor spirit politicians that I had a feeling we had big payouts. Taste the dirtiest part of my sack.
So now that you're ahead, now it's the perfect time to quit, right?
Just because you get ahead in the first lap doesn't mean that you quit the race. Now it's time to really put the pedal to the metal. This game hates to see a white man winning.
With Donald blinded by riches, it's safe to say that I'll just be doing the office part from here on out. I'd rather not be caught in another mousetrap for 5 hours.
Okay, you really saw the way this game is poorly programmed, and you decide to blame me for everything?
It does get difficult, but this game is the hardest to figure out the strategy. Even if you look up the techniques like you did, a lot of this is really just trial and error.
I'm going to kick my own shins in at this point. Scott voted for me, but can't tell his animatronic creations to not target the man who makes his games great again.
I was just getting into the entire fandom when all that went down. And did you know he got quite the amount of criticism when it was revealed he made political donations to the Republican side?
Yeah, and a leopard has spots. I mean, imagine making a donation to the Salvation Army and you get flack for not enabling Philadelphia with crack addicts. Opinions and morals are illegal to them.
Listen, all I do is sign some papers, hold some conferences, and play some horror games. I don't scroll on Tumblr and try to look at the sweat glands of Freddy Fazbear.
I'm too locked in on the vent sounds, and all I hear in the background is sweat glands and Freddy Fazbear. I can't leave you guys alone for 5 seconds.
Let some old men ramble, Obama. Just focus on keeping cool in your sauna.
I don't want it to fly under the radar, though. You're doing a darn rootin' tootin' good job, Barack. Just make sure to keep the ventilation and the heat in check.
Didn't know we were recording with George Bush over here. Bringing back Texas and obesity, are we?
Ironic, but have you even budged on the whole George Bush thing?
Really making me repeat myself here. Look, we're both Republicans and we have similar policies, but he has the audacity to come at me for weak security when you look at his presidency. I'm avoiding him like the plague.
Okay, so while Donald has kept his grudge match with every human being alive, I'm on my last ordering task, and then we only have 3 more maintenance tasks to do. Although we're doing really good, I don't want it to get to my head.
It's not a grudge. I just don't need the scent of the whole Florida Everglades brushing through my nostrils. And a list of many other things too, but it is mainly the stuff he said.
Okay, only 2 more tasks. Let's keep noise at a minimum right now. I really want to get through this first try.
This is the last one, Barack. You got this.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
How did you just...
Someone call a fireman and tell them I'm smoking this game right now.
Donald, you might just have to relinquish that title of yours.
Don't you dare start that again, man. Obama gets on a lucky hot streak and I get grilled for a fluke.
Donald, I don't think we can forget the smosh montage of death that you gave us.
I also gave us 232 returning customers. How about that, Obama? You haven't secured the profits I've secured for this company.
Somehow, with dumpster fires for management, we have yet to burn the restaurant down.
And with no new lawsuits, we don't have to go the insurance fraud route.
Give it some time.
We got absolutely 0 profit yesterday. This gravity vortex is still way too expensive. Well, when you can't do one thing, talk to the prize king. I think that's in the Bill of Rights somewhere.
I would add it to the Bill of Rights, but I think you might kick it out to the highway after a few times playing.
Don, this is going nowhere. Stop gambling our tokens away.
Just one fun time, chica!
What?
Going nowhere? Suck me dry, Obama. You're a fraud.
You know what this means, right? He has the Chica animatronics showing a lot of skin.
Someone get that glitter? Might have to pop one out really quick.
No!
This is an interesting decision, Don. Why did you purchase doors, of all things?
I gave up on the gravity vortex, which I'm super upset about. But you never know. Maybe this will slow down the scrap heaps from hopping into our vents during the office.
I can assure you that it won't.
I mean, I guess it was worth a try.
Well, look at our palace that we built at the end of our first week. Wait, isn't there an event or something? That speaker guy wanted us to do something.
Oh no. Do we have to do something specific during the office segment? Or did Donald forget to do something during blueprint mode?
No, blueprint mode is fine right now. And as far as the office part goes, it's just best to play out as routine as it is. Let's hope we're not here for 5 more hours doing it.
If this is foreshadowing, I'm drowning you in the ball pit.
All right, this is where everything comes together or falls apart. I'll be honest, if you guys could keep the side conversations at a minimum, I would really appreciate it.
No problem. We'll keep it shut.
As long as we get through this, I don't really care. I'm still the best security guard, though.
You can keep the name tag as long as I can keep my ears. I noticed that completing the printing tasks first might be the move. Get the longest and loudest task out of the way. Lets me hear a lot more.
That is smart, Barack.
This hurts me not to talk. What is our audience supposed to do? Just sit there and watch us play games?
Don, that is literally what they already do. The only difference is that we talk about felt teddy bears and attack each other's character.
Fair point. I'll go back to being quiet.
William, I understand you're fascinated, but please keep it out of my face. And maybe consider a tic-tac while you're at it.
Just giving you comms really quickly. You're all done with the printing task. Only the other 2 sections to go.
Thanks, Joe.
You're letting it get too hot. Might want to throw on the fan.
Thanks for looking out for me, Joe. Might not know what to do without you being here.
Might as well crawl inside of him at this rate.
Okay, this is the last wave, guys. This might be smooth sailing, and then we'll be home free. Here we go.
Last one.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
First attempt, Barack. You're a madman. You're the best.
I'll admit it, you did very good, Obama, the absolute best. I simply couldn't figure it out. This game is truly terrible.
You played right into our hands.
Circus, baby?
Did you really think that this job just fell out of the sky for you?
No, I was peer pressured
No,
by an old man.
this was a gift for us.
Excuse me?
You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to. All of those little souls in one place,
The Queen of Yapping is back.
just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we were created to do and be complete.
Complete?
I will make you proud, Daddy.
I'm not proud at all.
Watch,
Gross, Don.
listen, and be full.
Be full of what?
Connection terminated.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth. If you still even remember that name. But I'm afraid you've been misinformed.
What the? Why is
You were
this
not
guy
to
here?
receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called.
What's going on?
You have all been called here.
Just listen.
Into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection, and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you.
Volunteer?
Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be.
What?
I am remaining as well. I am nearby.
Wait, the
This
heat.
place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should.
What's happening right now?
And to you monsters
Whoa,
trapped
what
in
the-
corridors,
She's burning.
Be still, and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you.
This place is catching on
For most
fire!
of you, I
Freddy.
believe there is peace, and perhaps more, waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, friend.
Burn, crap
My
trap.
daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, No one was there to lift you up into their arms, the way you lifted others into yours. And then, what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter. I couldn't save you then, so let me save you now. It's time to rest, for you, and for those you have carried in your arms. This ends, for all of us, in communication.
So every 3 games, we just start forest fires?
Congratulations on completing your work week.
We're
We
dead.
apologize if your situation wasn't presented to you in a completely honest fashion when you first started, but it was important that your intentions and actions be genuine.
We died because
Here
of
at
that?
Fazbear Entertainment, we value fun, family, and food.
And death.
But more importantly, we value our commitment to atoning for past mistakes and tying up loose ends.
Past
Thank you
mistakes?
for your participation. There is no need for you to return to work next week, as Fazbear Entertainment is no longer a corporate entity.
What?
Please accept this certificate of completion. Goodbye for now, and thank you for taking this journey with us.
I don't have the words right now, but what Poptropica Island did we just get done exploring?
That's how the game ends. What even just happened?
Joe, you better get those lips to start moving because you got some extra explaining to do.
Well, this job wasn't entirely truthful to us. We were hired here to run our own restaurant, but the main goal was to gather those animatronics all in one place. Those were souls trapped in those animatronics, and the guy that hired us intended for them to be released.
What a snake.
He was talking about setting up this elaborate scheme, but he also talked about his daughter, too. Apparently, she was a victim.
Not just a victim, she was the victim. She was the child that died outside the original restaurant and became the marionette. This is also why he says such distasteful things about Scrap Trap. Who is William Afton and the guy that murdered his daughter?
So this entire time we were just doing his bidding work?
You would do anything it takes to get your children back. And if you can't do that, at least know they're in a better place.
And then what? We just went up in flames?
Exactly. Everyone went down with the ship, the man speaking included.
He wanted to burn the entire place and wanted to finally end everything. So he had us help? What about FNAF 3? I thought we freed the souls then.
We freed some, but not all. After all, why do you think William is called Scrap Trap? The cutscene with him outside the restaurant is him after he escaped Fazbear's fright.
So this game takes place after everything, including sister location.
Which is why Circus Baby looks like that too. Wait, was she close to him as well? He called her Elizabeth, so he knows who she is.
That's for the lore recap. There's still a lot more we have to cover with this game.
Of course, the party never ends.
So to spoil some obvious answers, there are multiple endings to this game. However, it would be nonsensical to play through all the endings solely due to how much time it would take.
Wait, how many endings are there?
In total, there's 6, but we're just going to be seeing the final outcomes. We won't be actually playing through any of these.
And Martin Scorsese says cinema is dead.
Well, I had nothing important to do besides something for Michelle. Between mutant animatronics and an angry wife, I'll take my chances with Scrap Trap.
You gave it your best shot. You went all in. You put all your eggs into one basket and did the unthinkable.
Yes, sir, we
You
did.
ran out of cash.
What?
While we
Donald's getting
encourage
trauma
entrepreneurs
flashbacks.
to follow their dreams, we also recognize a lost cause when we see one.
A lost
There
cause?
are no do-overs, and we trust that you know your way out. But before you go,
Ha!
take this certificate
There's
of
no way.
bankruptcy.
Now,
Now do everyone a favor and get lost.
you can't be laughing because I got us that sweet, sweet certificate of completion.
I'm surprised Don didn't single-handedly cause this ending himself. It's almost impressive considering his hotels look like crack dens now.
Okay, so what else do we have in the shame factory, Joe? When's the car crashing into the building and causing several casualties ending?
So this ending is if we denied every single salvage and kept our restaurant at the bare minimum. Bottom of the barrel we're talking about here.
Interesting to see this one.
Congratulations! You've completed a full week on the job, and you've done it in such a lackluster way that no one is proud or disappointed.
Excuse me?
It's a fine line to walk, but you did it, completing your job with such an efficient level of laziness that we're surprised you're able to dress yourself in the morning.
Sounds like Don, all
While
right.
such a minimalist work ethic is rare, it doesn't mean that we want you back. In fact, it means you should look for employment elsewhere.
Of
But
course.
before you go,
Certificate of
take this
mediocrity.
Certificate of mediocrity.
This is
You
just
should be proud. You stood on 2 feet and convinced someone that you could do something, when in fact you couldn't. Now get out.
In other words, I present to you a collection of recent U.S. presidents.
Hey,
Don't worry, I'm including all of us.
Hey,
You have no reason to be surprised. Joe, maybe, but you know.
if you haven't recognized the common theme, it revolves around certificates. I know that sounds boring, but hold on to your seats because it gets interesting.
who died this time?
Congratulations on completing the week. Unfortunately, you did not meet your special obligations under paragraph 4. Your employment is terminated. We'll mail you your things. End tape.
Wait, what? We got terminated because we didn't fill our special obligations?
I don't know what he's talking about, but I don't get on my knees for anybody.
The way you could get this ending is by throwing a salvage in the back alley. It's actually a good thing that Donald never threw one back there because it is required for us in the contract to complete that obligation. Failure to do so would lead to termination like we saw here.
You're telling me Donald did something right?
How does it feel to be bested once again by the world's best security guard?
Donald, we died so many times that James A. Janice is talking about us.
I don't know why they're there other than to die, but they definitely do that.
All right, so the next ending is where things get a bit more interesting, if you catch my drift.
The only drift I caught was the Old Man perfume that your wife helped spray on you this morning. It's like Old Navy met a prison ship.
It's a good thing we don't do watch parties because half of us would expire by the time the film started.
Congratulations. By some miracle, you've completed a full week on the job.
It is me,
Here
after
at
all.
Fazbear Entertainment, we encourage a healthy spirit of entrepreneurship, which sometimes means taking risks.
Donald moment.
But you took it a step further.
What
You
now?
were reckless and borderline criminally negligent in almost every decision that you made.
What?
So much so that you've been deemed a liability hazard, even for us.
It is you,
We'll
after
mail
all.
you your final paycheck, minus the costs of wiping the security footage clean and erasing all trace of your employment from our files.
This is so
But don't
stupid.
feel like you're leaving empty-handed.
Blacklisted.
Take this blacklist certificate.
Donald,
You'll be lucky to ever find employment in this town again. Now take care.
it's just fitting to your name at this point. The only tycoon game they have so far, and of course it loops in your specialties of bankruptcy and blacklists. Game must be cheating again.
Fine by me, as long as I get out of this pathetic pizzeria with my head twisted on right. They could put me on the rainbow list for all I care.
You don't have to worry. I'm sure a couple of artists have booked you on that for years.
All right, gentlemen, this is where the knob gets turned up on the stove.
Not like we already got baked like Papa's Pizzeria.
Wait, why are we in the catalog? I thought we were focusing on the endings of the game.
You don't have to worry about that. We still are.
This is how we get an ending? By purchasing great value Dr. Robotnik? I mean, he has a red rocket the size of a Chaos Emerald.
The specifics aren't what's important, Don. What matters is the result of these specific actions, to which you're about to see in a second.
All right, so what's the magic that you're referring to?
For this ending, you turn off the monitor. Then you place the cursor onto that button right there, and then you would hold it.
It's only now that I understand the depth of the
What the-
depravity of this creature, this monster that I unwillingly helped to create.
Blueprints?
As if what he had already done wasn't enough.
Did we discover
Gone
his
way
plans?
To desecrate, to humiliate, to destroy. As if the suffering wasn't enough, the loss of innocence, the loss of everything to so many people. Small souls trapped in prisons of my making, now set to new purpose, and used in ways I never thought imaginable.
It must be.
He lured them all back to a familiar place, back with familiar tricks.
We caught him in this
Brought
ending.
them all together. Are they still aware? I hope not. It keeps me awake at night. I could make myself sleep, but not yet. Not until I undo what he has done and heal this wound.
He's talking
A
about
wound
William.
first inflicted on me, but then one that I let bleed out to cause all of this. He set some kind of trap. I don't know what it was, but he led them there again. He overpowered them again, and he robbed them of the only thing that they had again.
Again?
I don't know how those tiny breaths of life came to inhabit those machines.
And I do?
They will never find rest now, not like this. I have to call them all back, all of them, together in one place.
So this is if we found out about his plans.
Congratulations. You went somewhere you weren't supposed to go, saw something you weren't supposed to see, and prevented a tidy resolution to a messy problem. Needless to say, you're fired.
You caused
But
this.
before you go, take this certificate of insanity. We're
Insanity?
giving it to you to ensure that no one believes you and to ensure that we can promptly replace you without incident.
What?
There is a truck waiting for you outside.
What?
Take care.
Take care. I tried to take care of my own living and breathing body, and I get sent to the asylum for that? This guy's a walking poop sack.
So the reason he said all that was because we discovered his plans to free those souls, and he needed to get everyone in one place to do so.
Also because you know that we knew he couldn't allow the truth to get out. As such, he prevented us from doing so.
You know, I've never felt more mentally exhausted from a game.
What other horrors do we have to witness?
Just one last thing.
Wait, is this the credits?
No, this is after you get the Lore Keeper ending. It's about certain mini-games, but it's just about the puppet and one of the murders, most of which you already know. I'll show you after the recording. I'm honestly just so exhausted I want to get done.
Yeah, that's not going to upset our audience at all. They won't be able to hear our reaction, which is us staring in silence and then screaming like a Mr. Beast fan.
All jokes aside, this is relaxing. Remember that feeling of relief we got once we got the good ending for the third game? Even though we were a sacrifice, we did end this. It's done.
I would suggest to play that song now if it wasn't copyright.
Actually, my assistant did say he learned it. I think there's a video on here somewhere if you want me to pull it up.
Sure, why not? Would make for a good segue to whatever we're doing next.
Huh, not bad. Well, that's a wrap, boys. On to the lore recap.
Someone help me. And we're back in the corpse carriage known as Freddy.
Don narrating for our blind audience.
And Chica looks angry. Who the hell pissed on her pizza?
Donald, why are you looking at me?
You know why, Joe.
Let's see here. And Bonnie looks angry too. He's giving the face of someone who stepped on a Lego.
For a party place, we sure got a lot of party poopers.
Maybe because they fucking died here, Don.
If they were as sultry as they are now coming into the establishment, then I think they kind of deserved it.
Do you hear what you say at all? Or do you just say shit without even thinking about it?
I want you to ask that again, Obama.
Do you?
No, the answer is no.
Do you guys want me to give you a brief rundown of all the animatronics?
That would be nice, Joe.
Yeah, whatever Obama said.
So there are a total of 10 animatronics to watch out for.
10?
Is the damn Brady Bunch after us? How are there 10?
Well, technically 11 now that I think of it, but the puppet in the music box doesn't really count.
Wait, that thing's a puppet?
I thought that was just Monica Lewinsky.
Really? She looks different when her face isn't in Bill's crotch.
Its real name is the marionette, and calling it Monica Lewinsky is insulting to the puppet, Don.
Okay, well, jokes aside, what does everybody do?
I'll start off with the most common animatronic, Foxy.
Speaking of, look who it is.
Goodness, he looks at us like a blind grandma.
Yeah, so what you're doing now works against Foxy. Rapidly flashing your lights so he becomes a deer staring down an oncoming semi-truck.
Off topic, but do you guys ever just want to mow down a deer when you see it just standing in the middle of the road?
I want to do that to you now, Donald.
What?
And all you're doing is just sitting on a couch right now.
The tolerant left, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyways, the other animatronics are Toy Freddy, Toy Chica, Toy Bonnie, Mangle, Withered Freddy, Withered Bonnie, Withered Chica, Withered Foxy, Balloon Boy, and one more animatronic that I'll keep nameless for now.
You just listed half an MLB roster, Joe. That's at least a third of sitting congressmen.
I know, it's quite the amount. However, all of them get fooled by your mask. Whether they stay at the vent or come up to your desk, all of them will leave you alone if you put on the Freddy mask in time.
I've been practicing that sometimes too, like this.
You got it, Barack. You're managing things a lot better than you were last game.
He's basically calling you shit, Obama.
Odd thing to translate from a compliment, but it's not the first time you've reached, Don.
Donald, try not to be an asshole challenge. Difficulty, impossible.
Joe literally said you were better at this game, but that implies you were a pile of horse piss at the first game. My fault for being grammatically correct.
This night hasn't really been as active yet, if I'm being honest. Just seems like a lot of Foxy.
Yeah, that happens with some of the nights. I mean, you just saw that the new ones were still on stage. It's sort of like a bait and switch, and activity swaps between the animatronics as the week progresses.
Can I ask why the withered ones look like they got brushed through a George Foreman grill?
Foxy, for example, was salvaged from an old location. From my understanding, either they were damaged before salvaging them or their exoskeleton was used for the newer animatronics.
Every time you answer my question, it just sounds like the plot to a Disney movie.
Think about this. What I'm telling you is a fraction to what is actually happening at this place.
Where's the Better Business Bureau when you need them?
They can be stuck raiding my hotels, but for this place, they just put the cork up their ass and twist away.
Well, your favorite animatronic is making another reappearance, Joe.
How the hell did they make him look creepier than the last game?
He's probably the most common animatronic you'll see in the hallway.
A creepy old skeleton wandering around a kid's place? Kind of sounds oddly familiar, Sleepy Joe.
Joe's favorite singer would probably be Kid Rock.
Ah, I get it. Clever, Obama, clever.
I go out of my way to help you guys, and this is the thanks I get.
We're just joking.
Never mind. That's Joe's favorite character. Also, when did you think I was joking? At what point have I laughed at anything I said?
Well, I'm just saying it because I'm just bored, to be honest.
Night 3 normally gets more active than this, too. Maybe we just have the good side of the luck this time.
Good thing I checked that vent.
Why can't I just kick these damn things back? Balloon Boy is like the size of a preschooler. You can't tell me he weighs that much.
They're coming in at max speed, so it would feel like trying to stop a bullet train.
Who's to say I can't stop a bullet train?
Donald, every time you ask these sort of questions, I remind myself of the time you had a press conference with Fox News and you stood like a velociraptor. So I'm saying you can't stop a bullet train.
I'd be surprised if you could stop yourself from eating.
Damn, 5 a.m. again, just like that. Obama has cruised this ship without being in a rough edge of water.
We're not out of the deep end just yet.
What the fuck?
Quick reaction time. That's the way to do it, Barack.
Hell of a save, Obama. 1 second sooner and you would have been toast.
I was anticipating for that to happen all throughout the night, and I was about to give up at the last moment, but something told me to just do it again.
If you wind the music box up all the way this time, you should just be able to sit at your desk and let 6 a.m. hit.
Overall, a pretty stress-free night 3.
Yeah, I really don't know what to say besides congrats. Barack has just been chugging this train along like it's his daily chore.
Well, all in a day's work.
And you said this game would be harder than the first one, Joe. We've had little to no struggle, and we're almost to night 4.
Give it time, trust me.
If we give it too much time, you'll be on your deathbed.
Before we start this episode, I would like to thank all of our members for making this possible. To become a member, click the join button below our videos.
Congratulations on completing your first day.
Great.
However, your job isn't over just yet.
Not great.
There is another aspect to your end-of-day routine.
Whoa, what is that?
Freddy drowned in lava.
Any animatronics found in the alley outside the back door. Things are found here quite often. And while we aren't sure why, what we do know is
He won't move if I put this up, right?
No clue.
I can fill this out already?
It's similar to what we did at the start of the game.
Of course, as with everything else in this line of work, those benefits come with risk.
Surprise,
The
surprise.
safest thing to do is to throw it back outside. But then you get no money for the salvage.
Of course.
Choose to keep it, and you run the risk of certain negative consequences, namely death.
Well, of
Should the
course.
item in question
Look at
not
that
be
thing.
as docile as it first appeared. If you do decide to try to salvage it, then you must complete the maintenance checklist.
And that's the
During
sheet.
this testing phase, check on the animatronic frequently. If you feel that it is becoming unstable, use the taser provided to you.
Oh yeah,
You can
we
use
got a
it 3
taser.
times without damaging the hardware. Every use over 3, however, will decrease the item's salvage value.
It has value.
Before you is an animatronic found in the back alley. We are unsure of its origins. It is your job to
I guess I'm
complete
filling
the
it all out,
maintenance
huh?
checklist
Does this mean
before
we don't
claiming
have to
it
complete
as
the checkup?
salvage.
No, we
Or,
still have to
if
go
you
through the
choose
prompts.
to, you can
You'll just
throw
have
it
to
back
flip
to
up the
alley
sheet.
where you found it and forfeit payment. Please make your choice now.
Well, Don, since there's money involved, what do you want to do here?
Give me a second to think about it.
Well, we have...
Proceed with salvage.
You really meant a second there.
You have chosen to proceed with the maintenance checklist. Remember, use your company-issued taser to return the animatronic.
Well, there goes the
to a neutral
checklist.
state if
Didn't think
feel
you would
that
do
it's
that,
becoming
Barak.
unstable
Hopefully that
or
little fun
aggressive.
doesn't cost us.
You can only use it 3 times before it begins to damage the animatronic and decrease its value.
Hear that, Obama?
Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
I'll tell you what, these audio prompts remind me of Siren Head.
It's like I dropped a speaker into a bath.
Document results.
I already filled everything out. I just have to flip the card.
I think so.
I saw him move!
Shock him!
Audio
Or should I wait till after the second audio prompt?
I'm not trying to get jumped, Obama. Do it now.
Okay. There. And now he's back in place.
Remember that we can only shock a total of 3 times for the thing to be salvageable.
I just don't want our business to go down the pipes because your head got chomped off.
Document results.
He moved again, but I really don't want to shock, if I'm being
Three.
honest.
It's your head getting ripped off from my business.
Yeah, but there should be other phases of moving. If he twitches again after this sound, I'll hit the buzzer.
Who put diesel gas in a Honda Civic?
Document results.
He just leaned forward.
There. I just shocked him. Stop whining.
It's my business you're costing here.
He backed off. Chill.
Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
Is this the same audio? Or why do they keep feeding tree stumps to lawnmowers?
Document results.
Okay, I know what you're
Audio
talking about
prompt in
now.
3,
I'm shocking again.
That was the last shock we could use before it gets damaged.
All I'm saying is that I'm not getting treated like a chew toy, Obama.
And here comes the insane asylum.
It's still going on. How is it still going on?
Is this supposed to happen? Maybe I should have just scrapped it.
This wouldn't be the first time you faced a casualty under your decision-making, Obama.
Document results.
Is that it?
You have completed the maintenance checklist and
Okay.
may proceed with the salvage. Well done. End tape.
Yeah, we're good, Obama.
Yeah, I know we are.
Thanks for letting me join the party. I'll try not to disappoint.
Nice voice line.
How do we even get a hold of this heap trap?
I think it was sitting outside of the restaurant.
And we're not going to question that?
Our official statistics for our first day.
40 customers isn't bad.
Look at that revenue, guys. Look at how I've single-handedly established a profit with my expertise. If we had more than a waiter's tip to start off here, we would already be millionaires off this.
That was one day, Donald. We've only bought all the basic stuff. We still have to explore the other catalog.
Oh, please. Have you seen the plans we have for this? This place will look like as gussied up as the Clintons' bedroom when I'm done with this.
I don't know if that's a brag or not.
Now let me teach you silly willies a primary lesson in the world of business. What we have in front of us is a high probability for the prospect of upgrading.
Why are you treating us like blind kids?
Our large sum of income will flatline if we don't make constant improvements in the world of business. The art of business includes reinvestments, a lot of reinvestment. Treat every dollar like it's the last one to your name. Understand the value of the American dollar and mark your purchases from there.
Donald, you're playing FNAF on a Dell laptop. It is sincerely not that deep.
The depth of your pocket is determined by the stature of your character, Obama. It's not my fault if you end up completely broke one day and that $1 you didn't value could save your starving stomach.
I need $2 to buy from the dollar menu.
A product of your own making, Joe. And would you look at this, we have another sponsorship. The business surely is booming already, thanks to me.
Marty's Plungers LLC is offering to pay for advertising in your establishment.
I'm not an investor, but something tells me that plumbing advertisements don't do well where kids are.
My guess is that they're trying to reach the parents of the kids.
I'm not here to question the weak decision-making of an investor. I'm here to take advantage of that weak decision-making.
I know you're already comparing prices in the catalog, but there's still a problem. Before we continue, do you remember getting an ad for Fizzy Pop when I had to do my tasks after this?
You mean all over the restaurant?
No, afterwards, when we didn't have anything to do with the floor plan.
This sounds like another attempt to gaslight me.
Don, with all due respect, what do I gain from gaslighting you?
Humor.
Okay, what else do I gain?
You're talking about the monitor near the small office, right?
Yes, that. My guess is that I got that ad because we accepted that sponsorship. So if you keep accepting sponsorships with no purpose, it could make the tasks more difficult. And we don't even know what we have to deal with.
Deal.
Well, at least you can upgrade the floor plan now.
That probably just made my job twice as hard, Don.
Then work twice as hard too, just like I am.
Look what you did now. There's a sign on each table. It's like an actual plunger after getting done with the clogged toilet.
I would appreciate a peek into how the advertising works before I accept it. These types of games do nothing but constantly attempt to sabotage me.
Yeah, just don't accept responsibility for hog tying my feet together.
At least you can buy your upgrades now.
And I'm buying this arcade game and then the gumball machine. We're going to turn this place into the Marriott once I'm done.
The Home Alone sequel nobody asked for.
We can play test these games too?
Yeah, this one is called Midnight Motorist.
They really did extend the things you can do in these games.
Yeah, you're speeding down a highway and you have to dodge cars.
Why is the music so intense?
Probably because we're speeding down the wrong way of a highway. I think that will be pretty intense.
Well, these cars have nothing on the world's best speed racer.
You're just the self-proclaimed best at everything, aren't you?
I don't want to hear it, Joe. You're the type of man to let the toilet paper roll go over.
Yeah, that's what common sense teaches you. Also, really weird time to bring that up.
I feel like you know what I'm going to say here.
Plus, who wants to reach past the roll to get the toilet paper?
Yeah, that extra millisecond of time that you're saving will really come in handy when it's your turn to deny allegations.
Leave it to Donald to bring...
Look what you did, Obama. You made me crash.
Never mind. Leave it to Donald to blame others for his mistakes and bring irrelevant arguments to a topic that nobody asked for.
Well, now we're here, and it's my duty to let you know just how wrong your stupid opinion is. Have you ever considered that when you put the roll on the overside, it's way too easy for the toilet paper to funnel out of there like a printing press? I don't need a mess on the bathroom floor just reaching for paper.
You know you completed the game, right, Donald?
That just goes to show I'm the best drunk driver there is, even with Obama yapping in my ear.
Wait, best what?
Donald, you buffoon, are you even aware of how many bacteria are in the bathroom? So much lands on the toilet paper when you flip it to the under.
Why does that even matter? I'm not injecting it into my blood veins after bench pressing. I'm simply wiping the toilet messer with it. See what you're doing? You're making me buy more things because you won't shut up.
Gentlemen, with all due respect, this is probably the saddest state of affairs I've seen you guys get into debate over.
Oh, look, I'm buying more stuff now. Sales tax is going to hit like a brick, Obama. And I didn't even buy the right stage. So much for passive income.
Yep, the more I think of it, the more I realize this has to be the saddest thing from both of you.
What about the time Donald called Chica a Coke bottle?
Second saddest.
It wasn't a compliment, it was a question.
And what about the time when Donald was talking about Springtrap's junk?
Third saddest.
There's no way you weren't curious either.
And what about...
You can stop now, Brock. The damage is already done.
And just like that, I have the Faz rating strat locked down.
What do you mean?
I simply stay to the side and all the other cars pass me.
You say as you crash through a head-on collision, Don.
Well, maybe if these stupid drivers could see reckless driving, they would yield. Wait, what?
What the...
Why'd the game change? We didn't have this last time.
Just keep driving on the road.
How'd you get this, Donald?
How should I know? I was probably texting and driving.
I'm surprised you didn't answer about a chauffeur.
Now we have a fork in the road. Which way do we go?
Mike.
This way. Never mind, Obama.
Wait, someone's there?
Actually, before I go, let's see where the other path takes us.
Yeah, that other one might be the end of the game.
Why is the music fading? Also, do you hear that static?
You notice how the road is closing too?
It's like Lightning McQueen is walking the plank.
I'm starting to think we should have gone the other way.
Wait, we're getting out?
We're yellow?
Someone soiled the bed this morning.
Is this our house?
Someone's house. Maybe ours, but probably not.
Classic breaking and entering, possibly starring William Afton.
Well, the game style changed again. And we got in. Who's this?
Leave him alone tonight. He had a rough day.
Who am I being rough to? If it's my son, he needs to stay off incognito mode.
I told you not to close the door.
How do you not have keys to your own house?
This is my house. He can't ignore me like that.
Don't mind me, honey. I'm just getting the belt to put on. It's for style, that's all.
You never know with William Afton.
Open the door!
Speaking of, why does this man only have a single bedroom in his house? Not even a kitchen or a bathroom?
I think the biggest question I have here is why does his wife look like him? Some freaky genetics.
No wonder his son stays in his room.
I'll find a way in from the outside.
Honey, I left a bourbon bottle outside. Also not to be used in a questionable fatherly way.
Kind of interesting how we have to go around our own house.
I'm still lost on how we even got here. I was just trying to play Jetpack Joyride down the turnpike, and all of a sudden I'm a trailer park dad coming home from his office job. Well, someone had too much yo-yo action back here.
Footprints too. He ran away.
That's the last time I let Baron use my slinky. I'll tell you that much, Obama.
Ran off to that place again. He will be sorry when he gets back.
Well, isn't that great?
And the game ends there.
And as we close out our second day in blueprint mode, what have we learned?
Drunk driving has its benefits.